Do you want to go for a ride with Uber's IPO? We'll take a look. We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit this week on The Investment Advisor in that we're talking about Uber, yes, the taxi company, and its IPO. Sometime this year, coming to a market close to you will be the shares of Uber, I'm sure. Maybe 2018, but perhaps in 2017. It's not listed today. You can't buy Uber. The shares are owned by various private equity firms, hedge funds, employees, founders, of the like. And how much money is Uber worth? Well, at some reckoning, Uber is worth $70 billion. So if it were to come to market in an IPO, brought to the various New York or perhaps world stock exchanges, the question you're going to be asked is, do I want to own Uber? Do I want to get a piece of the IPO? It'll certainly be the most discussed IPO this year in the markets. Is it going to be interesting? Well, we don't know the price that they're going to set for the shares. If they set the price valuing Uber at 20, 30 billion, you'd scoop it up. Right now, the indications are that Uber would like to trade the way Facebook trades. What does that mean? Facebook trades about 9 times its revenue. What are Uber's revenues? Well, in 2017, it's obviously just early in the year, the revenues could be as much as $8–10 billion. They get 20% of every ride you take, and they've got franchises and apps in many countries around the world. Let's say it's $10 billion. I think it's high, but let's say it's $10 billion. And let's say it gets 8 times revenue. So that would value the entire Uber corporation at $80 billion. You'd be buying that. But the question is, you're not just buying sales, you're buying earnings. And right now, Uber loses money. So you're going to be putting up money for a company that loses money. Will it always lose money? If it's making $10 billion a year and it's losing money, then there's a problem not just with your ride, but with the cash managers of the Uber corporation. My feeling is this. Look, it's going to be a hot issue. Everyone's going to be talking about it. Everyone's going to say, I got to own a little of it. Be careful. These are fads. Uber's a nice company. There are many other companies that think, wait a minute, I can do what Uber's doing. Google thinks it can. Maybe Apple thinks it can. The competition is out there. They're not the only guys who can pick you up on the corner and take you somewhere. You can take yourself there. You can ride a bike, as I tend to do. You can own a car. There's other options. So the point is, it's competition. And be a little careful. I'm not saying don't get excited about an IPO, but the truism of investing, buy an overcoat in the summer and wait till it gets cold in the winter. Uber's going to be a spring flower of the markets. It's going to be expensive. The people who are going to make money are the founders and the investment banks. You as the investor, you might have an initial bounce, but it's all in the pricing, so be a little careful. It's all the time we have this week on The Investment Advisor. I'm your host, Matthew Stevenson, in partnership with Dukascopy TV. Remember, money can take care of you. It cannot take care of itself.